Welcome to Last Epoch, everybody. So, let's start by making a character. And to start the Last Epoch, so I'm going to call these experimental builds. I'm not one to min-max too much, and especially with Last Epoch, it's got a very interesting skill system, of course, as I mentioned before. It's more about what kind of fun can we have with the classes and the masteries and the skills before us. Hey sis, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna take this a teensy bit slow in the start, just for people who aren't familiar with the Last Epoch. So, just for the beginning here, I'm gonna act like nobody knows anything. So, we have 5 classes in Last Epoch. You've got the Sentinel, which is kind of like your traditional sword and board knight class. You've got the Rogue. She's a rogue. Not really much to say there. There's the Mage. Again, not much to say. If you've played any RPG, you kind of know what a mage is. You got the Primalist, which is like your big, your strong man type, your UFC fighter type, and yes, and you've got your Acolyte, which is your dark magic, spooky type. And if you notice here, as I've been clicking through the classes, we're going to be doing Sentinel today. There are 3 masteries in each class, which lets you further customize that class with a game-changing, it lets you access certain skills, things like that. Well, BG3, I mean, D&D is probably one of the godfathers of class structures. So your base class has a bunch of, like, the base class always has access to a certain amount of skills. Like, it doesn't matter what mastery you end up choosing, but just know that when you choose a mastery, like Void Knight here, Forge Guard, Paladin, these skills are available to you, but you have to pick certain skills. You have to go down a certain tree to access them. But that being said, you always once you pick a mastery, you're basically going with a certain style of that character. So in this case, we're going to be aiming for Void Knight, because we are going to be focusing today on this skill right here, which is in my stream title, a Racing Strike. Basically, I'm going to be, hopefully, smacking the ground and watching enemies literally vanish from existence with how hard I hit them. I literally am just erasing them from life. So, that being said, I'm not even really sure what to name this guy. Let's just do the Undead. Let's just do my name backwards. Alright. And, yeah, let's just, without further ado, let's actually create it here. We'll be playing hardcore to make this a little more interesting. So, hardcore, if you've ever played a video game where hardcore is available, hardcore typically in a video game context means you only live once. If you die, it's all over. Nothing more. Last Epoch's a little nicer. If you die with a hardcore character, it just it just takes the character and puts it into software. So you get to play with that character if you so choose. You can still continue to play with that character, but it also means that you don't have access to any of your hardcore stuff anymore. So there is punishment for it. There is some punishment to that. If you've got a bunch of stuff in your hardcore stash and you get thrown to software, well, you get to keep your gear that's on you, but everything else is now back in the hardcore with the rest of the hardcore characters. So, but yeah, you only live once. Yes. Nothing feels worse than dying and then never being able to play with that character again. Beyond that, let's get in. I'm gonna play the cutscene. So,
in the beginning,
the story's okay.
Only the terror, myself, and the void. I was content with nothing. She dreamt of light, of life, of humanity. We disagreed. And yet, in her world, there were gods. Majasa of the desert, Lagon of the sea, Rye of the endless skies, and Hierot of the frozen tundra. But fate stole Ekera away. Without her, there was conflict. Then wars. In the end, it was Rye who sought to outshine the sun that would pull the world into his flame. Caught within Rye's gaze were the Keepers, an order sworn to protect Ekera's memory and the power it still holds. They were joined by someone unexpected.
That's us.
A traveler,
That's us.
willing to walk into the flames of war. But why? Was it honor they sought? Power? Redemption? Or was this fate? Perhaps. But no story is quite that simple.
Alright, kids. Have any of y'all played Chrono Trigger? Because I'm going to tell you right now, between the map system and the way the story is structured, this is Chrono Trigger. So, that's all you really need to know about the story. Alright, so.
This land is peaceful. I must warn them before Raya scorches this place to ash.
So, I'm going to get through. So, there is no, like, it's not really an open world game per se, so I'm mainly going to just be, I'm mainly going to be trying to, God, I gotta get used to the controls again. I'm mainly just going to be trying to get through the beginning here to get to our stash. This is like the tutorial area. Unfortunately, you can't skip it. So for anybody who is used to Last Epoch, I apologize.
As he wishes to
I will be
destroy us
skipping
and steal
a lot of
Ekera's
story
life.
stuff.
We can't.
You don't really have a lot of say in what your character does in the beginning. Yeah, because you're just trying to get through this linear section in the beginning. But again, we'll be making a Void Knight. In fact, most of the skills I'll be using here in the beginning won't even... oh, it's absolutely like Diablo. Alright, Warpath is fun. We're gonna just customize that. There we go.
I cannot do that.
There is a, if I remember correctly, there is a hidden wall over here, and I'm gonna freak out Suki with this one, because I don't think he's aware of it. Oh, and if Richard ever pops in here, there's definitely some similarities to RuneScape in some fashion. There's a secret over here a lot of people don't know about. I'm not going to use this, but just so people know, there's an item that is always dropped here called Cursed Veterans Boots. And basically, if you want to play extra hard mode, you lose your boot slot and you equip these, and it makes you take up to quad damage. So, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Just want to point that out for the people who don't know. Alright. So this first section is usually pretty, to be honest, kind of a snooze fest, because you're just trying to get your first initial skills, get your footing. Things start opening up a bit once we get to the first town. So just enjoy the sights and sounds. Which, by the way, Last Epoch is definitely, it's not the most It's not like the prettiest game, but it's not bad to look at. It definitely has its moments as we get through here, compared to, say, Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 4.
Stand down or die.
Alright.
When you arrived, was there
So this is Grail.
Are you a name? Come. Let me watch you fight.
Basically, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So, for those of you confused about what's going on right now, basically there are 4 gods in Last Epoch. One of them is Raya. He's like a bird god that cares about fire and stuff. Basically, one day, he basically goes nuts with power and decides, I'm better than all the other gods. And starts attacking the other 3 gods. And the first one he goes after is Heorot, who's like this big, like centaur type creature, looks like a giant deer, who cares about like the cold elements and the snow and nature and stuff. So that is why you're going to be seeing a lot of ice and fire in the beginning here. Except there's one extra wrinkle to this, which I'll get to in a second. Just know, Birdman bad, cold guys generally good. So,
Where'd you learn to fight?
if you see anything fire related, just assume it's bad. And Grail's a nice dude. How's my audio, by the way? Since this is a different game, I haven't really tested too much, but it seemed like I'd sound alright.
Well done. We're almost
Okay,
there.
cool.
I'll see you ahead.
Alright, just gonna use... By the way, so this is the forge, by the way, on the, above me here. This basically lets me modify items. I'm not gonna get too deep into the forge system. Just know that items can have up to 4 to 5 affixes, and you can mix and match depending on what you do. Okay. And I'm just getting some cheap. I'm using, what you're seeing me do there is I'm spending there's a certain rune that can add just free, really low tier affixes to items. It's a really easy way to get some cheap power early on. Alright. So I actually haven't skilled up at all yet, mainly because we haven't really unlocked most stuff yet.
Sounds like their lead. The keepers have a group. It's now. Speaking of.
So, to go back to the story for a moment, Raya, the bird god, he's currently attacking this keeper's area. And the keeper area...
Ah,
God,
you.
I forgot I actually unlocked this.
I, Galila of Valkala, would be honored to offer you an invitation to the circle of
The area he's trying to attack right now is the keepers, or the people he's trying to attack, and they keep watch over the Last Epoch. You know. So here's my stash. I have a bunch of stuff already preloaded, so we can get through the early game faster. So I think we're just gonna stick with the usual. Bees. As far as rarity on items is concerned, ooh, fire starter torch, there we go. That's what I want to see. So,
Right.
alright, 1 second here, let me get make sure I'm grabbing everything I need, so we can just cruise to this early game. Just gotta get used to Gotta get used to the controls again. Oh, I do have I do have a pair of Cursed Veterans boots in my stash. Okay. I think we're good. To be honest, I could probably stand to upgrade this really quick. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So let's go. I guess we should get to the tree first. Let me talk to... I can't remember her
Grail
name.
was just telling me
Lena.
of your battle. One of two. There, bold, not you are even could they should do this, and our alliance is secure.
All right. So let's actually do the skills now. All right. So here's the meat of the passive system. So you got your skill trees, and then you got your passive trees. So these are the passive trees. This is you put points into your passive trees to unlock skills in your skill trees. So you always have to do you have to do 20 skills into this base tree, and then you can unlock that'll unlock skills in these trees. And in the master trees here, there's this big chain running down the middle. You can't go past this chain in the late game unless you've picked the mastery for that particular character. So let's just start putting in points here. So we're going to be doing Void Knight. So let's stick with Juggernauts just to get some extra points. And usually the passive tree isn't too interesting. It's mainly just stats and maybe a fancy thing like a 5-point bonus here. If you put in 5 points to this passive, you get that bonus. Stuff like that. So nothing too fancy. The main thing we want to look at is skill specialization. So you, again, as I mentioned earlier, you get to pick up the 5 skills. They all have their own skill trees. So I think to start, because the main thing we're focusing on is a racing strike, but we don't have it unlocked yet because we have to. The star there means we have to master, pick the mastery for Void Knight. So I think we'll start by just doing, just so we can have something to pick. This is kind of the rough part about early game last Epoch. Probably do Vengeance first. And if there's a Void version of it, we'll do that. I don't think there is, though. Actually, hold on. There's a Void version of Hammer Throw. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. So yeah. We'll specialize in this, and we'll change the skills later. This is just to get us through the beginning of the game. So all right. That being said, we should get through the beginning of the game pretty fast. Again, I had a bunch of gear already sitting in my stash, so hopefully I don't die with it. Alright. Yeah. Oh, this game, early game is not too bad, but I just want people to be very aware if you're not aware of like late game last Epoch. This can get very, very scary very fast. As Suki will tell you, late game you can just get one shot out of the blue if you're not careful. Even with like some pretty awesome gear on. So I will be playing it a bit safe. Especially because this is hardcore. So right now the main skill I'm using is Hammer Throw. Just literally does what it says. And the hit shrine's nice. Anytime my skills level up, you'll see it in the bottom right. probably won't be focusing too much on hammer throw until we get... I'll probably focus on hammer throw until we get a racing strike, so... as soon as a monster is not hitting me. There we go. Okay, so let's just keep putting points to get to the disintegrating aura. Yeah, we can take that. Go ahead and upgrade that. Just need a helmet. There we go. Alright. Not too bad so far. It is only like level 5 area, no. A level 5 area. Okay. We did unlock Rive. I actually might use Rive for a bit. Okay. I definitely want to spend points in Juggernaut because that gives us fire resistance. I guess really quick before I go any further. This is the character screen. So level, vitality, strength, dexterity, intelligence, attunement. Those are your main stats. There's 7 different damage types in the game, each with their own resistances. Block chance, dodge, armor, stun avoidance. There's something called ward, which is like basically a bubble shield above your health. Ward retention makes that bubble not disintegrate as fast. Things like that. So there's crit chance, there's stuff. Again, if you've played a game like D&D or Diablo, this stuff is not anything particularly new. Yeah. Oh, and this game has a fantastic loot filter system, is another thing that Last Epoch does better than its contemporaries. In fact, I need to turn it on here. So this basically, you make these, by the way. There's all these different options. Mine is set so that very specific things on the ground show everything else gets hidden. So you're not going to see lower rarity stuff, white and blue items. Eventually yellow items won't even show up. We're mainly going to be looking for orange and purple, and maybe green, but not really green. Orange being unique, purple, or purple being exalted, which is an item with an extremely high affix. Like its individual stats are really, really high up. Yay, we found a waypoint, checkpoint. Alright. And our first side quest, we will be doing some side quests, because side quests can give skill points. And we do like skill points. And also idle slots, which I'll come back to idols later. Alright. Again, early game is not terribly interesting. The main thing, for new players, sure. I mean, if you're enjoying this, great. But the game really starts taking off after like level 20ish. After you get, you unlock your mastery around like level 15. Most people do. Oh, and let me know if the stream lags in any weird way. If it hitches once in a while, that's fine. But if it like full on like stops, please let me know. This game does have some weird quirks sometimes. I think so far it's been good. It's doing the normal hitching that I'm used to, so. They've been working on an engine update so that it's a little more stable. Alright. This guy can be a little scary. There we go. Easy side quest. Okay, good. Alright, see? Free passive point. You'd love to see it. This game is definitely, it can be buggy. Oh, yeah, they added skill shrines, by the way, so once in a while you'll get a shrine that activates a skill for free. In this case, throw hammer, which is hilarious because it does benefit from your skill choices if you happen to pick that skill. That's funny. Alright. So we got a couple more passive points here. So 1, 2. Alright, so now we've unlocked Rebuke, which I probably won't be using, but we'll see. Damage taken from nearby enemies. Yeah, we can probably do that. Honestly, I probably should put some points into Vitality. I'll probably do that, actually. There's a lot of skills. So when you're picking a skill, or when you want to level a skill, if you look at a racing strike here, in the bottom of the skill, where it says scaling tags, that's what you want to pay attention to if you want to make that skill stronger. So this says Void, Melee, Area, Strength, Vitality. And specifically with the Strength and Vitality, because those are main stats, it says Strength scaling, you get 4% increased damage per point, and then it just straight up gets more flat damage per Vitality point. So I want to get Strength and Vitality for a Racing Strike, in other words. Either of those will enhance the damage of the Racing Strike when we get to it. Plus, Vitality is going to be good anyways, because Vitality also gives health. I need it to not burn me alive, thank you. Alright. So, we're in the Temple of Atera right now. She's basically the person who created the world, essentially. And that is a piece of the last Epoch sitting in this tree here, which Raya is trying to steal. For what reason? We're not exactly sure. I should mention the story isn't complete yet. It's like, from what the devs have said, it's like roughly halfway done. So there's unfortunately a big cliffhanger at the end of the campaign here. But we don't really care about the campaign too much. The campaign is just to help us get through and level our character to get to the end game. The main thing I'm just watching out for is not dying to random boss attacks that could potentially kill me. Yeah. This is a live service game, sort of, so it's supposed. This game's been updated for a very long time. It was in early access for 6 years. 1.0 came out last February, so it's almost a year old. Hey, shield dash, nice. Some skills are unlocked by just leveling up. But yeah, the full story is, well, the next story expansion is supposed to be in Season 3 at this point, so Season 2 is coming out in April. April 2nd. So this game, we'll be coming back to this game even after playing it for a couple weeks. Alright. Yeah, the game has officially been out for just about a year. It came out in late February of last year. Okay. So far pretty clean. I haven't really seen anything too crazy. Okay, Shrine of Wealth is nice. I'm not really going to explain my skill choices too much until we actually start unlocking a majority of the things we're going to be using. Okay. I might actually... I guess that's better, technically. Ooh, yeah, that is satisfying. See, I will explain one item that I'm using right now. It's called Firestarter Torch. It's the weapon in my main hand. Basically, this weapon right here, it says 20% chance to inflict spreading flames on hits. Basically, what you're seeing, what's happening is that when that procs, everything just burns alive instantly, and it has a flat damage that it does. And this early in the game, the flat damage is high enough relative to the health of the monsters that they just instantly fry. which is why it's useful to have for new characters. Alright, so far so good. Again, this game isn't the like technologically prettiest because it's started development back in like 2018, but it still looks really good for what they were working with. Okay.
Good. No.
So he's got the last Epoch right now, the piece of it. And this is one of Raya's generals. And there he goes. Alright, so now we gotta go back to town.
I cannot do that.
Here's the map, by the way. Alright. Alright.
Hetera's blessing.
I think we're good as far as like me upgrading stuff and putting on more broken gear. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything too nuts right now. Yeah, okay, let's go. I should put more points in my passives though. I think I should actually adjust my tree a little bit. We're very close to disintegrating aurora. That's gonna be cool. Void cleave. Oh, and so the specialization slots, they unlock at certain levels. So you get this one at level 2. The next one we get at level 8, 20, 35, 50. Once you get to level 50, you've maxed out your skills, and you can actually start like going into actually like maximizing and specializing in a certain build. Unlocks level 18, 19, and then points for putting into the base tree, things like that. Okay, so just for the time being, let's do shield bash. I guess Rive's fine, and then rebuke. All right. Oh, if you're wondering about these two people,
I still trust my gut. If you change your mind, just
Nama
I should
and
inform you
Gallia.
that I'll be leaving for Majelka as soon as I am
So
able.
these,
If fate brings you there as well,
so
you can find me at the observatory.
in last Epoch, there's two ways to acquire items, or to help you acquire items. These are item factions. So you've got the Circle of Fortune and the Bazaar. The Bazaar does not work in offline single player because the Bazaar is where you can trade items with other players and sell them on the greater market, the Bazaar. Circle of Fortune basically just gives you a bunch of bonuses to how items drop in the game to help people who are playing solo or by themselves, or in this case, offline. So, and the more you kill monsters, the more you gain favor with the faction, which unlocks more perks for being a part of the faction, as well as letting you spend the favor on things called prophecies, which are basically like mini quests that reward stuff as soon as you like kill 30 tree ants or something like that. So in offline mode, there's no reason to not just pick Circle of Fortune.
Everything okay? What? That and what happened? That must we have there. Are you? You'll stay safe, stay alive, and
Passive
bring
point.
Balthus back.
Alright, this is where the game's going to start to open up a teensy bit. But again, level 15 is the key. That's what we really want to see. Alright. Especially because in this particular area, there are a lot of rare monsters. This is where rare monsters are spawning, and this is where you can get a lot of XP. Oh, and that is a loot lizard. If you ever played Diablo 4 or Diablo 3, you will definitely know what a loot lizard looks like. Basically, these guys drop a bunch of loot when they die, and they run away. pretty standard for ARPGs these days. Gotta have the pinata, the living pinata. Alright. So anyways, I'm still going to be focusing on certain side quests. Just going to rebuke here. That didn't do anything. There's not as much as I hoped. So much loot on the ground, and yet none of it's really useful right now because most of my gear is already higher level than the unique gear I'm wearing is already more useful than anything I could find on the ground right now. Most of what I could find on the ground. I could use a helmet though. Horde soldiers can be really scary. Hey! Oh, bleeding heart. Did get a unique drop there. Okay, so 2 more points. And we did get a second specialization. I think we're going to do lunge. There is a void lunge if I remember correctly. Yep, there it is. Alright, so I think we'll do... Ooh, there it is. Killing an enemy with lunge resets the cooldowns of Void Cleave, Erasing Strike, Forge Strike, and Judgment. That's my jam. Okay. Now we got Disintegrating Aura, which is going to increase the mana cost, unfortunately, but it is what it is. See, this is where... If anything, this should be your first hint of how expansive the skill system can really get. You can pretty much pick almost any 5 skills in the game, and they'll somehow you can make them work together. Does it mean it's going to carry you into the late game? Probably not, but it will at least carry you to the end game. It won't carry you through the end game, guaranteed, but it will get you to the end game. So you can pretty much play this game however you want, really. At least until I would argue around like level 65-ish. Suki can back me up on this. Okay. And again, we're not focusing on hammers, we're just using it for now. All these forged soldiers, man. Wait, I got my bees. So right now we're just gonna go save. Right now we're trying to go save Balthus, the guy that was stolen by picked up by the big bird dude, and who is currently holding a 1/3 of the Epoch hostage.
Stand down or die.
The only downside for me doing this specific hammer style is that it costs a lot of mana to use. Alright, there we go. Whew. So far I haven't been hit with anything too heavy, so haven't worried about dying yet, but this guy is the first DPS check, depending on what build you're going.
You're here for the Epoch. Reaching
Me was impressive, but it's mine.
core member wing.
I have never played this game before in my life, I swear. Okay, just gonna not get hit by the obvious boss pattern. Bosses have like ward. It's that blue. So the health bar at the top, basically, when you see a blue shield like that, it's basically just a decaying shield. I am just consistently out of mana right now. Get stunned. If anything, there's a strategy early on where you let the shield pop and then let the shield decay a little bit while kind of poking at it. If you don't have enough damage to just like burst through it. And especially because we're kind of lacking mana. There we go. There we go. And he usually doesn't drop anything fancy.
Now get me out of here.
I apologize for skipping through the dialogue, but
I must reach Lena at once.
for my sanity, I've heard it so many times. It's just I know what they're saying. Basically, we're bringing back the Epoch back to the camp now. Everything's safe. We got the Epoch. We got the third of the Epoch back, guys. All's well.
He's back.
That's the end.
And it's all thanks to you.
I won't
He's
skip
been
this.
Quiet since he returned. If you could speak with him, I'd be grateful.
Again, these like
Then we can begin our talks.
These keepers are charged with watching over the last Epoch. So
You're back. Now we must protect the Epoch. Find a way so Raya won't get to them. Not fully. Itera left their secrets to us and to us alone.
what's your plan?
I have ideas. Though Lena will disagree. Well, we are keepers after all. Protectors of Itera's past. Collectors of lost history.
You sound almost sad.
Do you think we've made a mistake?
Pardon?
Going through the motions. Keeping the shards hidden, it's all been ritual. I feel as though drastic times are upon us.
It might be time, yes.
And now, you know about them too. Fate has already shown its hand. I apologize. You might become part of something greater.
What do you mean?
I only have 2 shards, but that's enough. I'll keep them safe. Lena, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry to you too. This is what's best for us all. With the Epoch's power, I'll finally be able to...
Now the fun begins. So, Baltus there just flew us thousands of years in the future. But thankfully, a piece of the Epoch kind of flew with us. Just to really drive it home, this is the waypoint I was just at. This is literally the town right here. This is where the chest was right here, but now we're about roughly 1,000-ish years in the future from where we just were. This is literally the statue we were just standing next to. Except everything's a little emo.
What is this place? Where did the Osprix go? I'll have to check my surroundings.
Again, to those of you in chat who have played Chrono Trigger, tell me this is not Chrono Trigger. Does world on the brink of war, and then a future that's all just destroyed and ruinous, not ring a bell to anybody? Where's my Lavos, damn it? And yes, that does mean we're Chrono. Literally it is. It actually progresses in a very similar way too. And if you've beaten, or if you've gotten through a fair amount of Chrono Trigger, I'm going to show you the map again. Does prehistoric past ring a bell to you? So yeah, I think this will all come full circle too once we get to the next major town here. Because I'm going to show you a character, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's Chrono Trigger. Just once again, we're still technically in the tutorial. We're just still trying to get to the area. Purple void monsters. All right. I'm gonna kind of run past a lot of these guys. They don't give that much XP, so.
Stand down or die.
Yeah, we made it.
Terra watch over you.
I guess to kind of make it pretty clear, these are. So this is the last refuge outskirts. The last refuge is kind of what it sounds like. The last like bastion of humanity remaining after everything bad that happens, which will become more apparent as we go on.
I cannot do that.
You stupid one.
So I'm just gonna follow the path I usually take here. Suki's probably like half watching right now because he's also seen this beginning section at least a dozen times. Thankfully there are, well, past your mastery, there are ways to kind of skip a bit through the campaign, which I might attempt. We'll see. It can be a little dangerous. It's definitely the most dangerous thing I can do. But we'll see. Besides wearing those veteran boots anyways.
Gods be with you.
Next time I check the map, you'll see. Okay, so we've actually got a couple of skill points I need to put in here. So let me make sure I'm not going to get randomly attacked first. Okay. Yep. And yep. We're just. Oh, I forgot that actually lowers the mana cost. That's really nice. Okay. I guess we'll just put 1 point to block effectiveness. I don't think I'll be doing. I don't think I'll be doing two-handed weapons. I think I'm going to be mainly sticking with sword and board for Racing Strike. We'll see. I'm trying to turn this kind of like what Suki's done in the past when we've played together. I'm going to be trying to do kind of a one-punch man type build. I want to be able to smack the ground with a Racing Strike and just watch things delete off the face of existence. Strange we haven't run into a nemesis yet. One second. Okay. See, Richard hasn't shown up yet.
Farewell.
I cannot.
Ignore the screams. The screams mean nothing. Okay, these guys give a lot of XP. The grolls, the things called grolls. Basically the like turtley, spiny looking things. I definitely want to kill those. Yeah. Alright. By the way, on the screen when it says minimum skill level, it means that when I change skills, it means that the skill points for me swapping skills will always start at that level now. So when I do swap to a racing strike, it means I'm guaranteed to start with 3 skills before I have to get skill XP back to get the skill points back into the tree. This is, I'm speaking of the individual skill trees, not the passive tree, the big one. Just to be clear, when I say skill tree, I mean these. When I say passive tree, I mean these.
What brings you here? Eterra's grace.
Alright, got that one done.
Yeah.
By the way, sometimes the animations will look glitchy, and that's only because I'm stunning enemies. And you can kind of see the stun animation, like there's a little like daze above their heads, but it's kind of hard to see, so it looks like the enemies are just like freezing once in a while. Random side questions. What other games are you thinking of streaming? We'll be doing Dark Souls 3 next month as the immediate thing. I've been wanting to play replay Dark Souls 3 for quite a while now, and I've never done it. It's one of the kind of like Elden Ring. I've kind of only like played through it with like 1.25 character, and I'd like to actually like finish a full replay of it. And Dark Souls 3 specifically, I haven't played in a very long time, so it'll be very fresh to me as far as somebody who's played it before. Also Terraria. I would like to replay Terraria, especially depending on when the new update is supposed to come out that they've been working on for the last couple of years. Oh, well, Dark Souls 3 is amazing. You will definitely enjoy it when I get to it. That'll be happening in like very early March. I'm only planning on playing Last Epoch for 2 to 3 weeks, mainly because, again, the new season's going to be in April, and I don't want to like burn myself out on Last Epoch before the new season comes out. Yes, what is supposed to be 1.4.5, which basically might as well be called 1.5 at this point. Alright, we are at the next major town, the Council Chambers. Lots of good stuff here. Oh no, they always say they're done and then
I see.
they keep adding stuff. They've added so much stuff to this new update that they've been teasing that it's basically 1.5 at this point. I don't care if they don't call it 1.5, it's basically 1.5. So, again, for the Chrono Trigger fans out there, I want you to notice this guy's name.
Who are you? I see. We have relied on the power of our shard for ages, always assuming the others were lost, and it seems only tapping into a fraction of its potential.
For those of you who aren't Chrono Trigger fans, Gaspar is the name of the old dude you run into at the very end of time.
You were brought forward in time by the shard. Elder, I plead, the gods have long left this world.
Alright.
But their memory will give you.
So now we have idols. So idols is this block of inventory, what looks like inventory space at the top right. It is only reserved for idols. So idols are basically like little, they're basically little items that take up space in the idol slots that give you stat buff based on where you place them. Is this in the same universe? Yeah, I know, right? It's not. Square Enix would probably be upset if that was the case, but yeah. So, let's equip some idols now. So I finally got an idol. I don't really have too much as far as... I don't really have too many idols to actually put on right now that are, like, good. I guess that, and I don't think I have anything with, shoot. Boy, I really don't have many idols. Oh, I do have, that one's pretty good. Would you ever play Hades on stream? I don't think I have the PC version. I think I only have the Switch version. So, yeah, if I get a capture card, maybe we can do like a Hades stream at some point. I wouldn't mind doing like a bonus Hades stream. I don't think I would make it like a main thing, but I would definitely do a few runs on it. I wouldn't. I don't think I would actually. I don't think I'd have the patience right now to like play through the entire game again. Word retention. Let's get. I guess just health and armor. And damage over time. Sure. It is. It's a very long game to replay.
Yes.
Let's sell this.
Follow your feet.
I guess I should check because we're now level 12. I think there's a few more unique items I can use now. I mean, Polaris is pretty good. I might actually swap to that now. I just wish we had a better shield. Because the shield is not all that great. Okay, we definitely wear better gloves now. Yeah, this is rough. Oof. Alright, this should be okay. I don't think we need to worry about, well, eh. Oh, that's intelligence. Man. Yeah, I really didn't have that many items to throw on. We should be okay.
Yes.
Another sending.
Follow your feet.
Sure. What's up? Have you played Outer Worlds? No. I know of it, but I have not. Let's see. Another couple points of strength. Nice. Okay, so we maxed out Juggernaut. That's cool. Are you talking about the Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds? Okay, I like my attack speed now. That's a lot better. Okay, the Outer Worlds. Gotcha. Gotta make that clear. Alright. Got lucky and got another hammer throw shrine. Yeah, that's always been a maybe on my list. There we go. Oh yes. Right, we're getting a lot closer to actually being able to hit our mastery.
I cannot do that.
That's not what I meant to hit. There we go. Frenzy. And vitality. Nice. Okay.
I cannot do that.
Again, a lot of the early game is just getting through monsters. Just follow with a humor. Oh, yeah, no, I'm aware of it. I know that there's a sequel coming, too. Definitely, I mean, I replayed Fallout 4 back when the TV series wrapped up, which can't wait for Season 2 of that to come out. Man, I should have just gone with Rive. Might actually reskill Rive here. The Void. Well, I don't think there's going to be Bioshock 4 anytime soon, because the guy who made Bioshock, he's making another game right now. I can't remember the name of it, like Lucy or something like that. Oh, and we got a loot lizard. Come here. Come here, buddy. Depending on the color of the loot lizard is what the loot lizard will mainly drop. And this one drops a lot of idols.
I cannot do that.
Jesus, a lot of stuff on the ground. Okay. Yeah, that one's not great, to be honest. Alright. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Alright. Finally made it to Panion's study. We're totally good, guys. Nope. Just kidding. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here and spam. And each of them individually have boss ward. I love this. I hate that they made this change. Eat my bees. You remember Fate? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, I do. And then I played Torchlight and I went, wait a second. This is Fate with extra features. Kind of sad Torchlight ended up being a big nothing burger. But at least we still have Diablo Path of Exile and Last Epoch. There's a remastered Fate. Oh, good God. I don't know who paid money to a dev team to do that, but good job, guys. Alright.
Panions, I please.
Alright, we are getting very close to finally getting to our mastery. So let's do... Boy, I'm not even sure right now. Let's do... I think for now we'll just keep sticking with... Well... I guess Armorclad's not bad.
Gods be with you.
All right. Oh, right. We gotta go get our quote-unquote free unique.
Go on then. Goodbye.
Yep. We don't care about it, we're just gonna sell it. More importantly, we wanted that passive point.
Stay safe.
Fate? Stay nice.
Yes?
No, not Fate. Not that Fate.
Follow your feet.
Not the Fate series. Like Fate was like basically without. This is probably downplaying it a little bit. It was basically Fate for kids, or Fate was basically Diablo for kids. Like Diablo 1 for kids. Like it was just one dungeon. Kind of played like Dark Cloud a little bit in some cases. Yeah, Wild Tangent, good God. That brings back memories. I think Wild Tangent doesn't even exist anymore. Alright. Boy, I cannot wait to unlock Mastery. Yeah, it's a weird... It's... If you look at screenshots of it, it's pretty ancient at this point. I think Fate came out in like 2002. It's ancient even by us 90s kids standards. And late 80s kids. basically, if you were a a kid born in the late 80s and 90s and had a pre-built PC bought by your parents, there was a very high chance you had a Wild Tangent installed on it by the manufacturer, and it was like a games client. Think like Steam before Steam, but for like really cheap ass games. And Fate was one of them, and one of the better games on that service. Yeah. It was 2005? Good God. I know it came out that late. Alright, so it wasn't Steam before Steam, but yeah. Alright, really ugly boss here. Oh God, Polar Board, good God. Yeah, a lot of those games were demos. You didn't even get the full one. It was like most of them were demos, and you had to actually pay for the full thing. Like, just not thank you. Precursor to mobile gaming, as far as I'm concerned. Don't tell Richard that. All right. For those of you who do know Last Epoch, usually in this section it just gives you a load screen, but in offline you have to sit through the animation for going through time. A time rift. Chrono Trigger. There we go. All right. Now we're in the past, the very, very distant past, if only for a moment. Dinosaurs. Nice. That's a loot lizard. Ooh, wow, I didn't even know you could get a Rune of Ascendance this early. Jesus. Sweet. Alright. Alright, and Back to the Future. Not a movie reference. Promise. Come on now. There we go. Okay, so if I remember correctly, for getting through, we're going to go through this side path over here instead of going the main path because it'll help us level up faster. And we don't want to die. Oh, also, I believe this path gives a skill point anyway, so you definitely want to go this way. Loading screen, loading screen, loading screen. At least the loading screens are really short. Okay, we can start getting our void stuff here soon. Another armor clad.
Where are you going? Gods.
You're gonna watch my XP bar go up real fast here. Thankfully, because I'm already like steering towards Void Knight, I have a lot of void resistance, so all the void damage I'm taking right now is basically just tickling me.
Do not do that.
There we go. Alright. I still don't have a helmet. Now, funny enough, we're actually going to get above level 15 before we get to our mastery, so I'm actually going to have to hoard some skill points. Because we're going to want to spend them in the Void Knight tree when we do get our mastery. So we don't have to worry about respecking. Oh, hello. Ooh, that's a unique one. That's a unique one. Come here. I am very bald, yes, right now. Hey, that's not bad. I'll take a ring. Okay, I'm definitely starting to take some damage from something. Okay.
I cannot do that.
Come on. Oh my god, it's some good old Diablo style games. Yeah, I think we're easily gonna hit level 16 here. Now, if I could get a damaged shrine over here, that'd be great. Pyromancer is okay. Doesn't do that much damage, though. Man, I cannot wait for Season 2 of this game. Alright, there we go. Alright, that is 20 skill points, so we're going to be hoarding skill points now.
Stand down or die.
Okay, almost there. Almost there. Basically, at the end of this section is when we get mastery, so... There's like one more boss after this fight that we're going to be doing. Level 16. Alright, we're hoarding points. Not going to spend passive points. Skill points don't matter because we're going to be respecting it anyways. Except for this one. Void. Alright, so now our Void is... or our lunge attack, our little dash attack is void related now. This section is kind of satisfying just to watch my XP bar slowly climb up. This boss makes me a little nervous because he has a really nasty ground AoE. You'll see in a moment. This guy, okay, let's just stand. You know, don't stand in the lava, kids. Don't spray me with lava either. Come on. Just gonna kite him. Like that lava AoE on the ground will literally fry me. Alright, there we go. Sweet. You know what, I'm actually going to pick that up.
I cannot do that.
Alright, and this is where the game tries to teach you about crafting, but that's the forge, which you guys have already seen. Okay. Oh, there is a shrine over here. Oh, it's on the other side of the wall. This section is annoying because of these void-fused armor guys. They're very tanky. It's like fighting the adamant. Yeah. Basically. Shrine of Wealth. Wow, that gives a lot more money at this level than I was thinking. Great. Suki's played BG3. He'd probably say more. Has more to say about that than I do. I did see your character on Blue Sky. It looks nice. Alright, we're just gonna run past these guys. They're really annoying to fight, and I don't really have the damage. Another level in hammer's really nice, though. Okay, the void aura is actually doing a little bit more damage now. It's an annoying fight I've done too many times. Yeah. What act is it in? Is it in Act 1? Oh man, these guys are so annoying. That's what I thought.
Gods. Terra, watch over you.
Yeah, dude. Whew, okay, finally made it to Lower District. Alright, fight this boss and we'll finally get this show on the road with a racing strike.
Stay back.
This is the boss fight that proves you're ready for mastery, basically. This is why I picked hammers. Because throw hammer, at least I can kind of just sit on the side and watch enemies die outside of my range. Oh god. Okay, that made me a little nervous. Alright, one more. Good god. Now, I've never really tested a racing strike before, so I'm really curious to see how much mana this is going to cost to use. Because I have a bad feeling I'm going to be running out of mana pretty often. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, I actually got a legendary. I almost never get a legendary from him.
Such power.
Or unique.
If only it hadn't taken his mind as well.
Dreamthorn, that's funny, actually. That's actually really fitting. Alright. Again, for you Chrono Trigger fans, guess where we're going? Another place that's literally a copy from Chrono Trigger. The end
seem
of
a little
time.
disoriented. First time here, traveler. This is what is left of your timeline, and many others. Welcome to the end of time. He might be kind enough to show you how to tap into your true potential.
Alright, let's, I'm gonna go ahead and start swapping some of our stuff around here. We're level 16, which still isn't that high, but it's still high enough to start seeing stuff. I will, after we get mastery, I will take a moment to kind of explain some things now that we're finally here. Oh, it's level 20? Okay. Also, this area has the best music in the entire game. No, I used to stream StarCraft. Oh god. StarCraft is... I don't think I got the dexterity for that anymore. That would probably fry my brain at this point. Oh shoot, I forgot. This is actually a pretty solid weapon. We might actually use Dreamthorn for a little bit, even though I don't have a shield anymore, which kind of sucks, but you know. Alright, so one-handed weapons. Yeah, Dreamthorn is going to help a lot, actually, now that I think about it. What's the DPS? Yeah, 413. Okay. Got the new Civ game. Yeah, I heard it's got mixed reactions at the moment, to be honest. What do I have on Darkstride? Yeah. We want Darkstride really bad, so I'm gonna. Well, we'll come back to it. It's fine. Okay, so Urzel's Pride. Yeah, -1 skill point. Yep, it sure does. I still don't have a good helmet to wear. Really need to find a helmet. Probably swap these around. I assume we don't have another good ring to wear. Wow, that one's 46. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'll put that there. I think that's all we can do for now. Okay, so we'll sell this. Okay, so
Take care.
that's pretty good. That'll help protect us for a little while, especially in the next section. Okay. Oh, right. I can't, I gotta go up here. UI is rough right now, but they're constantly updating. Yeah, I mean, that's like 90% of games now these days. Like, it's rough now, but just wait for a few updates, and last Epoch is no different.
You've woken up. That's good.
It's Gaspar
I'm
again.
sure you
So he's
have
at the end of time now.
many questions. You countless I have absorbed. If I
Basically, he's been
close
around
your
long enough that
eyes and
he's like a
focus on the
merging of a bunch of
potential you
his
wish
different
to
selves.
wield
Anyways, mastery
as
time.
I guide
So-
the shades to you.
So, last Epoch's pretty friendly as far as respecking is concerned. You can basically change a lot for either gold cost or just time and just get building back up a skill. The one thing you cannot change for any reason whatsoever, the game will not let you do it, is this mastery. If you pick Void Knight, Forge Guard, or Paladin for Sentinel, you are permanently that mastery for the rest of time. There is no changing. This is the one permanent choice you must fully make besides your class in general. So in this case, though, we're focusing on Racing Strike, so we're going to do Void Knight. And each one comes with a passive bonus as well here. So, yep. Alright. So now we're gonna despecialize hammers. Thank you, hammers, for your service, and we're gonna start working on a Racing Strike. So let's, as I was discussing with Suki the other last night, I'm probably gonna be focusing on this final hour node. So start working towards that. So let's see how this looks now. Oh, yeah. Oh, it does have a cooldown. That makes me think twice about something. Is there a way to remove the cooldown? There is. Racing Strike no longer has a cooldown, but... I'll have to think about that one. So in this case, I think what I'm going to do is Racing Strike will be my one skill. Lunge will be my 3. And I think we're just gonna have to get a 0-coster. So Rive, I guess. Rive is the only void. So if you look on the skill tree here, if you look at these little tiny symbols to the right of the skill icon, that indicates what the natural type of damage that skill will do. So if there's a possibility it can be void or fire or whatever, it'll show up on the right here. So Rive here is a 0 cost skill, and it does have the potential to be void. So we're gonna pick that for our little cheapo attack. We'll keep lunge. Shield bash is nice. Oh well, I guess I can't really shield bash right now.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, because I don't have shield. So. I guess no skill's gonna go there for now. I'll have to figure something out. Well, we got more skills to unlock, so it's fine.
I see that you are still human. That strength will be necessary if our world, our reality, is to have any hope.
So now we can start spending our skill points too. I'll do that when we get through this time, another time hole. After we get to the next chapter, I'm going to take a small break. Alright. Now we're going to finally see what a Racing Strike can do here. So let's go to our Void Knight Mastery and start working on Void Knight. Damage on recent kill. Physical Void Resistance, And this is a melee skill, right? Yeah, so we want melee stuff. So we'll do like 2 points here, I guess. Yeah. Alright.
Why at ice? Thank you. There is an old passage.
Gods be with you. Stay safe.
All of the side quests. Whoops, nope, respec.
Do not dwell May a smile upon you.
Okay. So, yeah, I think at this point, I'm just going to say if anybody has any questions, please let me know. I'm going to try and not be quite as hand-holdy about the details of the build, but what we're going to be trying to do is just maximizing, just stomping people into the ground with a Racing Strike. So we're going to be testing that here in just a second. Let's see. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Alright. So every 5 seconds I basically just stomp. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. Okay, so Void Knight. Your melee attacks, throwing attacks, and void spells have a 10% chance to be repeated by an echo 0.5 seconds later. So once in a while you're going to see me, like, do an extra attack. Every, 1 in 10 times. See if I can get one to trigger here. See, like that. It's probably one of the coolest parts about Void Knight. Again, a Racing Strike is very much a finishing move.
I cannot do that.
Nice. Okay.
I cannot do that.
Jeez. Man, I love. Okay, I'm already liking this. We barely just we haven't even gotten started yet.
Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
Now, right now, we're mainly wanting to get to level 20, so we can get our next. Oh, by the way, Say hi to one of the Titans, if not the last one. Ignore the guy in the background. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing's wrong there. Alright, so this is a nemesis. Basically, you can challenge him for the items here. You can either get the items immediately, or you can challenge him up to 3 times to make these items in this better. But he has pretty garbage items, to be honest, so I'm probably just going to banish him. Yeah. Yes, yes. We may or may not see that guy in the near future.
I cannot do that.
Okay.
The cultists had a philosophy. The void transcends reality, and by embracing it, so could...
I'm gonna skip cutscenes again. Basically, there's a big cult that's grown up around the void because it's overtaken everything. Again, just to demonstrate, this is the era we started in. Everything's green and lush and blah blah blah, and then everything kind of gets voided. Like, there's nothing left of the world, so a bunch of people went nuts and started worshipping the void. That's all that cutscene's explaining. Alright, water shrine. I'm gonna be a little safe, and I'm gonna get at least to the next town here before we go to oh, right, I forgot to explain how to skip through the campaign. So, there are ways to kind of skip good chunks of the campaign, other than just powering, brute forcing it, which is called dungeons. In this case, there's a dungeon called Lightless Arbor. It's that red node on the map here. That will allow you to, if you can prove yourself by getting through the dungeon, it'll let you skip like a good 8 to 12 levels worth of stuff. They're pretty hard though, and I've definitely died to them many, many times, so I'm going to level up a little bit first before we go into it. But just know I am very much, I very much have a chance of getting exploded. I'm going to go ahead and empower this one.
I cannot do that.
Alright. That wasn't too bad. Okay. I want to at least get my 3rd skill specialization before we carry on for sure. I believe actually we do have a point in the racing strike ready. Yep, there we go, time rod.
Stand down or die.
Nice. I guess another thing I didn't really mention. One of the items I'm wearing is called Weaver's Will. Has a mechanic called Weaver's Will. So Weaver's Will, that number there, it says 12 Weaver's Will. As I'm killing things randomly, the Weaver will improve the item, which is why you're going to see that text on the screen occasionally. And it adds a random affix to the item, and the number of affixes it adds is based on the number left on the item. So if there's 12 Weaver's Well, I mean there's 12 more affixes it's got to add and or upgrade. It's completely random though; you have no control over it. But sometimes you can land on something really insane. Definitely one of the better items to get early on in a run, in a field. Experience Shrine, that's handy. like that, all that. Thank you. Yeesh. Okay, I definitely saw my FPS drop. I don't know about you guys. I'm assuming you're both watching on mobile, in which case I really hope that the stream still looks good for everybody on mobile as well. Okay, so that's an exiled mage. This is like a mini boss that you can fight for a semi-unique item, basically. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay.
Cannot do that. I cannot do that.
He's got a lot of health. Good God. Teleports around annoyingly.
Cannot do that.
There we go. Yeah, that's not great, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just move on. Sadly, I need to hop off. Got to work in the morning and cast the rest in the void. Alright, have a good night, sis. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be playing more tomorrow, of course. And hopefully a little earlier. Suki and I will be probably playing a bit off stream as well. And hopefully I get to play some more Stardew Valley with you as well in the very, very near future. Would like to do all that. Oh, so many games, not enough time. Suki, you still hanging out? I know you gotta leave somewhat soon. Alright. Can't wait to get the slam here going. Alright. This is such a goofy shrine, good God. Hey. Alright, finally made it to the cultist camp. Alright. Oh, we lost our void point. Forgot. Okay, keep that time rot up. So any bleed chance we get is converted into time chance, or time rot chance.
Greetings. Farewell.
Okay. So let's sell this. Oh, you know, it's all coming back to me. Now I remember why we're doing this specifically, so. I think we'll buy the arena helm. That way I can just upgrade it. Attunement, really? Alright, well, chaos. Definitely don't need fire damage over time. Oh yeah, vitality's great. Vitality's great. That health percentage? Oh, good God. Alright, that'll work for now. No longer bald. Now nobody can tell that I'm bald. Alright, we can finally use Dark Stride, which doesn't directly help our build because it's made for Void Cleave, but it still increases Void damage and melee Void damage. Okay. I think we're just going to hold on to Dreamthorn a little longer. If I were to swap to a unique one-handed weapon, I don't really see one we can use. At least this early. Yeah, not happening. I would like better gloves, though. Yeah, it's just not really many good options. Alright. So let's start doing the side quests here. So the plan is to get through to the point where I get to the cave that gives 2 passive points, and then we're going to double back to the dungeon and do it. And hopefully that should give us, that we should be strong enough to not die to everything. Let's do some abyssal endurance, I think. Volatile reversal. There we go. There's a skill I can use. Returns to the position you were at 2 seconds ago. Rune of Creation. Oh my god. Literally the rarest rune in the game. Insane. Insane. That was huge, huge pickup. Okay, we got a Harbinger around. Like, that was just an overall good account pickup. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Nice, made it to level 20. Go ahead and empower again. Alright, not too bad. Can't wait to see that caster Void Knight that 11th Hour Games really wants to make a thing. Oh, Sentinel's Arena. Oh. Anytime you see a class name in an affix, it's probably going to be good. Or unique, anyways. An affix you won't commonly see. I bet for Suki, this is just reminding you of your Void Cleave build. Anytime I smack people with a Racing Strike. Good God. We're going to be voiding. We're going to be voiding the Rive here soon. There we go. All right, let's get Rive going. That wasn't being hit by bugs. Alright. Could do life. Nah, let's do Sorrowwood Steel. Okay, what the hell is happening right now? Just randomly getting a, lizard showing up. Okay, so we want Final Hour. And then we want to go for Void here. So where's Void? Void. Void. It's just these two. I swear there's a way to make it so that it like legitimately turns it into void damage. Am I missing it? Is it only the... I guess it does this? Okay, well. void damage with an axe is awkward, to be honest. There's no other way to do void damage, is there? I haven't even... Man, it doesn't even convert. Deals more void damage in your choice. Your chance to echo with Rive is double. Yeah, whatever. Okay, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Like, it does a pretty good amount of damage. I'm not complaining there. I don't think I'm going to be sticking with Rive, but we're going to just use it for now until I figure out something with Racing Strike. Probably go down the path that takes off the cooldown for it to make it act like it's a basic skill, so to speak. Alright, hopefully Font of the Erase is doing alright. The Last Imperial. That's what you need to break open those ghosts in a jar, dude. Oh my god. These damn lizards. Nice. Well, at least I'm hit stunning things to death. That's been cool. I think before we start the dungeon is when I'll take a break, actually. I really wish. Really wish the skill trees unlocked earlier, and that was not great. All right. There we go. Alright, that's one down. Alright, killing an enemy with lunge resets a racing strike. Cool, 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 cool. We could probably sell Harthian's Vow, to be honest. Sweet level of Rive shard. Just a reminder, this is hardcore. If I die, it's over, man. But not really. But still, it's over. Probably should have put that in my stream title, but whatever.
I cannot do that.
I'm getting really lucky with the mini bosses dropping uniques. Alright. Alright, back to town. Oh my god, where is everybody?
Farewell.
Okay. Almost there.
Yes.
Now, this boss has bugged on me before, so hopefully it doesn't do it this time. There we go. Nice. Did not bug on me, thankfully. Alright. Off we go. So we want to do two things here. First thing is we want to go into the time rift over here.
I cannot do that.
Nice. I like how the game doesn't pause when you're in this animation. Alright, back to the past. Samurai Jack. There's a Samurai Jack joke in there somewhere.
Stand down or die.
Alright. We're just going straight to the primeval dragon. Beautiful. Love how much damage that does. Alright.
Stand down or
Nice.
I cannot do that.
Slowly just lunge, strike, lunge, strike. We're not even like really cooking yet. That's the funny part.
I cannot. I cannot do that.
I don't know, I'm playing scared. I have like a ridiculous amount of fire resist. Yeah. Sweet. Alright. And we are out of there.
I cannot do that.
Alright, we just gotta get through the caves to get to the double skill points, and then we're going to go back to Lightless Arbor. And I have 1 key for Lightless Arbor, so gotta make it count. Not only will I lose my life in hardcore, but also I won't have any keys left to try it again anyways. So we're definitely going to focus up when we do that.
I cannot do that.
Okay.
Stand down. Die.
Ah, crap. You gotta watch out for poison in this game. I swear, damage over time in this can get real dumb real fast. So long too. Oh man. Good old campaign.
I cannot do that.
Not a single health or ward retention idle there. This is why we have loot filters. Alright. Finally lost refuge. Goody. I'm definitely going to refill my coffee after this. Oh, by the way, Suki, sorry for starting so late, man. I didn't mean to start at 6:30. Meant to start a lot sooner than that, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Especially for workers like us. Oh, the game, the stream. I didn't mean to start it this late. Just want to apologize in advance. Lost like hour and a half, 2.5 hours of time, technically. All right. All right. Finally getting to Lightless Arbor here. Open tome, flip the end, take the tome. All right. Erasing strike. Feels great. Okay, so back to the surface. Yeah.
cannot do that.
I don't remember if this chest has anything good in it. I know there's like a weird sash, but that's about it. Yeah, just a bunch of garbo. I really should check the Weaver ring. It's been adding apexes now for a while. What level is this area? Oh, this is only 17.
I cannot do that.
Nice. Harbinger. Let's do it. I really need more attack speed. There we go. Wait. Fire and void damage? Interesting. It's not bad. I mean, I've definitely seen worse. Might actually use that. Yeah. It's something to use. Alright. Finally made it to Lightless Arbor. Alright, we're gonna get our skills up. Make sure we're not going to get our butthole ripped open by the dungeon. And then take a break. So first things first, we're level 23, so there should be a pretty solid amount of gear opened up to us now. Check the ring first. Minion dodge rating. What the? Oh, what is this ring? Okay. Minion dodge rating? Boy, that is rough. That is probably gonna get sold. Yeah, I think Dreamthorn's still the better choice here for two-handed. I really don't have anything one-handed to use, honestly. You don't like bees with jukes? It's true. Actually, I didn't realize how that's buffing the bees. I was wondering why. Actually, that makes sense. I was wondering why my bees were dodging so much. I was getting the dodge notifications. That's funny. Man, there's not a lot of. Man, I thought I had more leveling gear than this. Crabs. I would like to evade, to be honest. I really don't need the crabs. Fire damage really doesn't help. Bleeding Heart isn't a terrible idea. I have less health regen, but I'd rather just... I mean, I'm not going to bleed. I'm not casting a spell. Like, the only spell is Volatile Reversal, and I've yet to use it. And I don't use Rebuke ever. In fact, I'm just going to take it off my... both of these off my hotbar, because I don't use them. For now, anyways. So I might actually just use Bleeding Heart. Plus it gives melee attack speed. I guess we're fine with our weapon. I don't think we have any Exalteds I could wear yet. Yeah, no. Got nothing even in the main stash. Yeah, this is a little spooky, to be honest. I'm really nervous about getting through this dungeon. Put the viper tail back. Do I already have a taste of blood? I do not have a taste of blood. Alright, we'll put that in there for now. Remember, this is my legacy, like, permanent stash in offline, so this is the forever stash. Everything you see here is what I've been working with. Oh, right. We have Cradle of the Erase and all that. I guess we finally... Oh, no, Last Bit of Fury is 31. Damn it. Yeah, but that's not great. All of this is just... awkward. Yeah, I don't even have any solid set items to wear. Well. I guess we could finally take off the bees here, I suppose. Goodbye, bees. Yeah, I should probably actually focus on upgrading this now. If anything, I'm just going to focus on getting physical resistance upgraded. And I guess armor wouldn't hurt, or health. Let's do health. I don't need anything fancy. Okay, so... yeah. We want all the physical resistance for this dungeon. I don't care about cast speed. I definitely don't care about minion damage. Critical strike multiplier is alright. Alright, so let's do strength. Nice. Endurance and endurance threshold is cool. I mean, this early anyways. Okay, I think that's all we can do. Alright, that's pretty good. That's not bad for a crappy relic. We need to swap this ring out. I'm pretty sure... fire damage. I might as well just wear 2 of these Ring of the Third Eyes. Less multiplier, but, you know, ward. I guess. Ribbons of blood. Wait, why do I have my... I should not have these here. I should have these in the Weaver slot. Oh, because of the damp. That's right. So we should have a pretty nice crit chance at least. There's just not a lot of good early rings right now. Helmet's good. That's all good. Yeah. We're just gonna pray that we don't get annihilated. Okay, now we can start getting void blades at least. Chance to absorb health. Okay. Oh, we have a few points here too. Okay, so time rot chance. Lunge cooldown recovery, I guess. And then we need more void, more void. Ripples of Oblivion. But it's kind of awkward with Rive. I really got to find a better Rive chance. Yeah, I guess we'll just carry on with Ripples of Oblivion. Alright, that's all I got. Alright. Gonna take a small break, guys. When we come back, we're gonna try out Lightless Arbor. Don't go anywhere.